Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Zach here with Unreal Adventures. I am back out in the old kayak again today. We're going to be fishing the bottom side of this dam here. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. I'm going to throw a worm. I think it's a 6 or 7 inch worm. That's it right there. If you watch my videos, I don't usually throw worms. Not that I don't like them, not that they don't work. It's just there's so many options out there, and if I'm catching fish on one thing, why switch to something else? But today I felt like trying something a little different for you guys, so I don't know, I'm gonna get to it, see if we can't catch some fish. All right guys, we are in the spot, in the zone here. In the zone, what we're gonna be doing, just chucking up into this waterfall right here, guys. This time of year, when the weather starts, when the water is really warm, the oxygen concentration in the water goes way down, and these fish, they look for any kind of moving water, any kind of oxidized water that they can get into and you know, get their breathe on. But anyways, it's always good to find some kind of moving water if you can. If not, it's not a deal breaker. The way we're going to be fishing these worms, you chuck them on out, and it's a real slow retrieve, guys. You do not swim worms. What you do, you toss them out, you give it a few little bumps, you reel back down to your weight, let it sit for a second, give it a few more bumps, and generally what will happen is you'll see your line twitch real hard, or you know, you'll feel a little dink on the end of your pole there. That indicates that the fish has picked it up. You kind of want to let them sit on it for a second, because these worms are pretty big. They might just grab the tail and not have the hook all the way in their mouth. So if you set the hook immediately, the chances of you catching them are significantly decreased. So you want to let them have it for a little bit, and then yeah, just when you feel like they have it, really just hammer down on them. And I'm not kidding, guys, you can really soak these worms. I mean, you can literally just let them sit for a while, especially in current. It's going to be kind of making them wave like this, and then give it a few bumps again, wash, rinse, repeat till you catch the big one. A bunch of carp in here, guys. I was down here, I haven't actually fished this place for several weeks now. The water's been just going up and down like crazy. We're getting a bunch of rain, but a bunch of carp either got pushed over the top or they swam upstream. Either way, there's a bunch of them in here. I saw a little school of them, more like a pod. They look like little whales. Saw a school of them. There's probably at least 100 of them, and that's not even all of them, not even close. Now, I've fished here quite a bit, guys. It's not far from my house, like maybe a mile, and I really like this place. I catch a lot of pretty decent bass here, some crappie. You know, that's really about all that's in here. There's some catfish in here. Haven't done a whole lot of catfishing out of here. There we go, guys. Woo! See what I did? I kind of just even let that sit out there for quite a while. I wasn't even moving it at that point. It was just sitting there. And then when I got done fiddling around, I picked up my slack. Let's get him in the boat here. Picked up my slack, and he was, I felt him running with it, so went ahead and set the hook on him. Now if I can get the hook out of his mouth. Okay, there we go. Take a gander at that guy. Nothing fancy, probably only a pound and a half. He's nice and fat. He's been eating good. So anyways, let's get a release on this guy here. Off we go. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Just like I said, he's just sitting up in this oxygenated water waiting for either something to fall over the edge or me to dangle my worm right in his face, and he was on it. Now, after you catch a fish, guys, always inspect your soft plastics. This one doesn't have any damage, but a lot of times they will tear your soft plastic up, and there's nothing worse than throwing a cheesy soft plastic, because you'll miss a lot of fish. Now, that wasn't a bad one, guys. I'm pretty happy with that one. This is a creek, so I never expect anything giant out of here. You very rarely catch, you know, even 5-pounders. I've caught some close to 5, a lot of twos and threes, a couple 4s, maybe one of them might have gone a 5. I wasn't weighing them, but you know, creeks just don't produce, they don't have the habitat to produce giant bass. So anytime you catch a 2 or 3 pound bass in a creek, that's pretty good. Or if you're up north, part of the country and you catch a 2 or 3 pounder, you're doing pretty good too. It's all about it's not the size, it's all about how you wiggle the worm. And I am a chubby chaser, that's for sure. There we go. There we go, guys. I felt him dink it. Oh, that's a nice one. I felt him dink it, and I popped it right as he dinked it, so I thought he was gonna drop it. He came back for it for sure. Came back with a vengeance. This is a nice one, guys. He's putting up a heck of a fight. Splashing me. That is a really nice one, actually, guys. Now that I'm looking at it, ouch, he bit me. We'll get you a better peek at it here once I get him unhooked here. Look at that one, guys. That's 3.5 pounder. That's a nice fish. All right, and the release. Let's get him some fresh water and get out of there. Off he goes. Worms work really well in all conditions, really. I mean, and big fish love eating big worms. This one's only like I said, like a 5, maybe 6, probably 6 inches. But you know, you can definitely get some 10 and 12 inch worms. Personally, I would never go bigger than like an 8 inch, just because, I don't know, it's just a personal preference, I guess. I mean, obviously the bigger bait you use, the bigger fish you'll catch, but at the same time, you're gonna limit yourself from catching some of the smaller fish if you're only throwing giant baits, you know? So keep that in mind. If you're saying, oh, I go out all the time and I never catch any fish, well, maybe try and switch it up, throw something a little smaller. That increases your chances of at least catching something. I mean, you don't have to catch a mondo every time you go out, guys. That's, you know, you see all these pictures on Instagram and some videos on YouTube, and it's like, oh, you have to catch these giant bass. That's a big ploy to get you guys to buy products, to be honest. I mean, the average bass is probably only like 2 pounds. And just because someone catches something on something doesn't mean that you're gonna catch the same fish on something. So don't fall for the hype. Some products are really, really good. Some are the same as every other product on the market, so. What's up? Yeah? I caught a couple nice ones out of the center there. Yeah, like 3 pounds, probably. No, I'm throwing a worm. Yeah, I don't usually fish with worms, so I'm just out filming a video today with one just for fun. Yeah. I'll go down there. I'll get my scuba gear, see if I can find it. Yeah. Those suck. Those things are expensive. Still though, that's that's like throwing a $5 bill in the water. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to fishing. My battery's gonna die.
I was gonna get back to work anyways, right?
Yeah, you better. I got video evidence you're slacking on the job, man. You better get back to it. We'll see you later. You too. That was Mr. Avery, LSPD. He is a subscriber to the channel. Thank you for that. Good talking to you, buddy. I do not know what I got into here, guys, but it is massive. Maybe a flathead or a giant shit. It's staying down. Holy smokes, guys. I'm flathead, maybe? Oh, it is a flathead. Check that out, guys. That's awesome. I definitely didn't see that happening today. These it's hard for them to get up here. There's not a great area for them. This is a spectacular fish. One of the best eaten fish there is by every account. I thought, by the way, he was fighting his fat. He probably weighs 8 or 10 pounds, guys. Get a good look at that guy. That's fat boy galore. Wowzers, that is just a great fish. I am so happy with that. It's been so long since I've caught a flathead. I usually target them, you know, with live bait, hooks and sinkers in a river, but you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, check them out again just in case we didn't get the best look at them here. Beautiful, beautiful specimen, so powerful. They fight amazing. Anyways, let's get him back in the water and released here. Come on, buddy. Now you're just being I know he's just being lazy now because, like I said, there he goes. These guys can live out of water forever. I only had him out for maybe 2 minutes, so off he goes back into the depths. All right, guys, with what little battery I have left, I think I'm gonna try and throw the little jig here just to see what happens. Key to fishing these little jigs, guys, nice slow retrieve. They don't, well, little guy, little one came out to play. Oh, there he goes. He's back into the water. Hopefully you got a little bit of a look at him there. Probably a 1/4 pounder. That's what I'm saying about these. Throwing a smaller jig pretty much guarantees that you're going to catch at least a fish. So like I said, if you're not really experienced and you're not in a spot where you know for a fact you can just hammer out giant bass, throw something small. I recommend the Roadrunner. Use it a lot. Oh, that was definitely a strike there. He didn't take it all the way. I don't know if you saw my tip. It went boink. There he is. That's a nice-ish one. I had a feeling switching to the jig would yield some fish. Not always. I have caught some really nice fish on a jig. Look at that guy, maybe a poundish. Get him back in the water. I have caught some really nice fish, like 5-pound bass on a little jig like this. But like I was saying, I keep getting interrupted by these fish. It allows you the opportunity not only to catch bass, all sizes of bass, but crappie, white bass, walleye. I mean, I'm not saying that you would never catch one on a worm or a big crankbait or whatever, but generally those types of fish, they don't go for the giant bait. They don't have a giant mouth. That's why. They can't always get a big bait in, so throwing the small bait yields. It really does. Whew, that was a good day, guys. Thanks for sticking around. As you can see, made it back, got everything loaded back up in the truck. What you didn't see was this bad boy. Found it in a tree on the way back to the truck. It is a Rapala Diver 10. Rapala Dives 10, a little 3-foot diver. It's pretty nice. It's brand new. It's like finding a $5 bill on the ground. Who can complain? Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe. Follow along on Instagram at un_real, REEL_adventures. And like always, guys, it's a good day to fish.